Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Radhe, जय राधे जय श्री राधे।
जय राधे
Radhe,
जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे।
जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे।
जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे।
जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम।
जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम।
जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम।
जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम।
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद।
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 श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय।
Jai,
सामवेद भक्त वृंद की
जय।
जय।
Jai,
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ
ॐ नमो
नमो
भगवते
भगवते
वासुदेवाय।
वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ
Om
नमो
नमो
भगवते
भगवते
वासुदेवाय।
वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो
ॐ नमो
भगवते
भगवते
वासुदेवाय।
वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
नारायणं
नारायणं
नमस्कृत्य
नमस्कृत्य
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव
देव
नरोत्तमं
नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं
देवीं
सरस्वतीं
सरस्वतीं
व्यासं
व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
ततो जयम् उदीरये।
उदीरये।
शृण्वतां स्वकथा कृष्णा
शृण्वतां स्वकथा कृष्णा।
पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः
पुण्यश्रवणमकीर्तनम्
हृदयन्थस्थो हि भद्राणि
सर्वतसेषु भद्राणि
विधुनोति सुहृत्सताम्।
विदुनोति सुहृत्सताम्।
नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवतसेवया
नित्यं भागवत सेवया।
भगवति उत्तमश्लोके
भगवती उत्तम श्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी।
भक्तिर्भवती नैष्ठिकी।
Hare Krishna to everyone. Today, Srimad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 30, the activities of Prachetas, verse 23. So please repeat after me. Shuddhaya Shantaya Namasvanistya
शुद्धाय
शुद्धाय
शान्ताय नमः स्वाध्याय।
नमस्काराय
Shuddhaya Shantaya Namasvanistya
शुद्धाय
शुद्धाय
शान्ताय
शान्ताय
नमः
नमः
स्वादिष्टाय
स्वादिष्ठाय
मनस्य पार्थं विलसद् द्वयाय
मनस्या पार्थं
विलसद्वयाय
विलसद्वयाय
मनस्य पार्थं विलसद् द्वयाय
मनसे
मनसि
अपार्थं
अर्पितं विलसद्वयाय
विलसद्वयाय
नमो जगत्स्थान लयोदयेषु
नमो
जगत्स्थानालयोदयेषु
जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु
नमो जगत्स्थान लयोदयेषु
नमो
नमो
जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु
जगत्स्थानालयोदयेषु
गृहीतमाया गुण विग्रहाय
गृहीता माया
माया
विग्रहायाः
शुद्धाय शान्ताय नमः स्वनिष्ठया
शुद्धाय
शुद्धाय
शान्ताय
शान्ताय
नमः
नमस्वनिष्ठया
स्वादिष्ठाय
मनस्य पार्थं विलसद् द्वयाय
मनस्य
मनस्य
पार्थं
अपार्थं
विलसद्वयाय
विलसद्वयाय
नमो जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु
नमो
नमो
जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु
जगत्स्थानलयोजयेषु
गृहीतमाया गुणविग्रहाय
गृहीत माया
गृहीतमाया गुणविग्रहाय
Any Prabhu mothers want to sing?
शुद्धाय शान्ताय नमः स्वनिष्ठाय
शुद्धाय शान्ताय नमः स्वनिष्ठया
स्वनिष्ठया
मनसे पार्थं विलसद्वयाय
मनस्य
मनस्य
पार्थं
पार्थं
विलसद्वयाय
विलसद्वयाय
नमो जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु
नमो
नमो
जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु
जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु
गृहीता मया गुणा विग्रहाय
गृहीतमाया
माया
गुणविग्रहाय
गुणविग्रहाय शुद्धाय शान्ताय नमस्वनिष्ठया
शुद्धाय शान्ताय नमः स्वनिष्ठया
मनस्य पार्थां विलसद्वयायया
मनस्य पार्थं विलसद्वयाय
नमो जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु
नमो जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु
गृहीतमाया गुणविग्रहाय
गृहीतमाया गुणविग्रहाय
शुद्धाय सन्ताय नमः स्वनिष्ठया
शुद्धाय शान्ताय नमः स्वनिष्ठया
नमस्वनिष्ठया
मनसि अर्पितं विलसद्वयाय
मनस्य पार्थं विलसद्वयाय
विलसद्वयाय
नमो जगत्स्थानालयोदयेषु
नमो
नमो जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु
जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु
गृहीतमया गुणविग्रहाय
गृहीतमाया
गृहीतमाया गुणविग्रहाय
गुणविग्रहाय
नमः स्वनिष्ठया
शुद्धाय
शुद्धाय
शान्ताय
शान्ताय
नमः स्वनिष्ठया
नमस्वनिष्ठया
अथं विलसद्वयाय
मनस्य
मनस्य पार्थं
पार्थं
विलसद्वयाय
विलसद्वयाय
नमो जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु
नमो
नमो जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु
जगत्स्थानलयोदयेषु
गृहीतमाया गुणविग्रहाय
Grahitamaya Gunavigrahaya. All right, synonyms. Please repeat after me. Shuddhaya,
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 Sudaya,
unto the unadulterated.
unto
unto the
the
unadulterated.
unadulterated.
Shantaya,
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 unto the most peaceful.
unto the most peaceful.
the most peaceful.
Namaha,
Namaha.
Namaha,
Namaste.
we offer our obeisances.
We
we
offer
offer our
We offer
obeisances.
obeisances
Swanisthaya,
Swanishtaya
for
Swanishtaya,
Nishaya
by being situated
by
by
being
being
by being
situated
situated
in one's position.
in one's
in one's
in
position.
one position.
Manasi,
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 in the mind.
in the mind.
in the
in the
mind.
mind.
Apartham,
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 without any meaning.
without
without any meaning.
without any meaning.
Vilasat,
Vilas
Vilasat,
Will start
appearing.
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 Dvayaya,
Dvayaya,
Dvaya,
Dvaya,
in whom the dual world.
in
in
whom
whom
the
the
in
dual
whom the
world.
dual
world.
world.
Namaha,
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 obeisances.
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 Jagat,
Jagat,
Jagat
of the cosmic manifestation.
Of
of the
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 cosmic
cosmic
manifestation.
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 Thana,
Sthana,
Dana,
Dana,
maintenance.
maintenance.
maintenance,
Laya,
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 annihilation.
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 Udayeshu,
Udeshi,
Udayeshu,
Udayeshu,
and for creation.
and for
and
and
creation.
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 Grihita,
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 accepted.
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 Maya,
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 material.
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 Guna,
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 of the modes of nature.
Of the
of
of the
mode
modes of nature.
nature.
Vigrahaya,
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 the forms.
the forms.
forms.
Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
Please repeat after me. Dear Lord,
Dear
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 Lord,
Lord,
we beg to offer
we beg to
of
beg
offer
to offer
our obeisances
our
our
obeisances
unto you.
unto
unto
you.
you.
When the mind
in the
When
mind.
the mind
is fixed
is
Is
fixed
upon you,
upon you,
upon you,
the world of duality,
word
the
of
world of
the
duality,
word of
duality,
duality,
although a place
although a
also
place
is
for material enjoyment,
for material
for material
enjoyment,
enjoyment,
appears meaningless.
appears meaningless.
Your transcendental form
Your
the
transcendental form
transcendental form
is full of
is
is
full
is
of
full of
transcendental bliss.
transcendental
transcendental
bliss.
bliss.
We therefore
we therefore
We
We
therefore
therefore
offer
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 our respects unto you.
our respects unto
respect
you.
unto you.
Your appearances
Your
Your
appearances,
appearances
as Lord Brahma,
Lord
as
Brahma,
as Lord Brahma,
Lord Vishnu,
Lord
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 Vishnu,
Vishnu,
and
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 Lord Shiva
and Lord
Shiva
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 are meant for
are
are
meant
meant
for
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 the purpose
the
the
purpose
the
purpose
purpose
of creating,
of
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 creating,
creating,
maintaining,
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 and annihilating
and
and
annihilating
highlighting
this cosmic manifestation.
this manifest.
Purport. By His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
A pure devotee whose mind is always engaged in the service of the Lord can certainly appreciate the impermanence of this material world. Although such a devotee may be engaged in executing material activities, this stage is called anasakti. As explained by Srila Rupa Goswami, anasaktasya vishayan yatharham upayunjitah. A devotee is always unattached to material activities because in the liberated stage, his mind is always fixed on the lotus feet of the Lord. This material world is called Dvaita, the world of duality. A devotee knows very well that everything within this material world is but a manifestation of the Supreme Lord's energy. To maintain the three modes of material nature, the Supreme Lord takes on different forms as Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, and Lord Shiva. Unaffected by the modes of material nature, the Lord takes on different forms to create, maintain, and annihilate this cosmic manifestation. The conclusion is that although the pure devotee appears to engage in material activities in the service of the Lord, he knows very well that material enjoyment is for sense gratification, has no use whatsoever. It's a very beautiful verse. Um, some context. So this is dialogue between Prachetas, the sons of King Prachin Barishat, and Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu. Prachetas did austerity for 10,000 years and pleased Lord Vishnu. While they were going for the austerity, Lord Shiva gave them mantra to please Lord Vishnu. And Prachetas used that mantra for 10,000 years. And that pleased Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu appeared in front of Prachetas and then asked for benediction, or basically offered benediction. And then Prachetas basically in this verse, you know, they are telling Lord Vishnu. So um, basically, I'll try to elaborate on that dialogue. So there are three key highlights um, from the purport by Srila Prabhupada. Number one is unattached service, anasakti. So a pure devotee whose mind is always engaged in the service of the Lord can certainly appreciate the impermanence of the material world. Although such a devotee may be engaged in executing material activities, this stage is called anasakti. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Canto 1, Chapter 2, verse 255, Srila Rupa Goswami says, Anasaktasya vishayan yatharham upayunjita nirbandha Krishna sambandhe Yukta Vairagyam Uchyate. Translation is the Vairagya of that person who employs objects suitable for devotional development but remain detached from them is said to be suitable for bhakti. The objects should be permanently, persistently related to Krishna. So that anasakti is required. That vairagya is required for um, devotion, having a devotion to Krishna. If we are engaged in material activities, then basically we are away from Krishna. Now, if you are thinking of someone, that's attachment. If you are not thinking of someone, then that's not attachment. If a person loves, you know, his wife, her husband, their children, that's attachment. Similarly, if a person thinks of Krishna, engages in devotional service of Krishna, that's attachment. And that attachment basically needed to achieve vairagya. Vairagya means to move away from material activities. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna is the master of, Vaikuntha planets, Golok Vrindavan. If our aim is to go back to spiritual world, to move away from material world, then we need that attachment towards Krishna. Otherwise, we will be perpetually um, recycling ourselves in the three modes of miseries, the three modes of material nature, and that misery of continuous birth, death, old age, and disease. So, that's the, you can say, underlying inference over here. Mind to be always attached to Krishna. That also helps, in a way, to accept that this material world is, not permanent. It's temporary. Someone becomes billionaire, someone has lots of material opulence. But when the body perishes, everything remains over here. And then the jiva starts another journey, or the soul starts another journey. So, if something is not fixed, not permanent, something that will be left over here, then what's the point of spending so much energy in attaining those? And then, if a jiva spends so much energy in attaining those material opulences, again, when the body perishes and jiva, because was, attached to material world and material opulences, will obviously start another journey, start from scratch. Nothing comes, um, nothing comes from this life to next life. For example, a billionaire has lots of cars and properties. If the body perishes and the billionaire's jiva goes to the next life, he can't claim or she can't claim that, I had $1 billion. So that's gone. So it's a practical example. Um, a devotee is always unattached to material activities because in the liberated stage, his mind is always fixed on the lotus feet of the Lord. There's also um, one verse from Bhakti Samprada Sindhu, Srila um, Rupa Goswami, Canto 1, Chapter 1, Text 11. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadi anavritam anukulyena krishnanu shilinam bhaktir uttama. So basically, it says devoid of all desires other than the desire to serve and please Krishna. And that's the fundamental characteristic of Uttama Bhakti. You know, we've been hearing from um, senior devotees, sadhus, um, exalted sannyasis, and shastras. Shastras being Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, um, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Trisandra Sindhu. Um, Again, it says same thing, that devoid of all material desire, other than desire to serve and please Krishna. Now, um, there is a concept of, you know, gyanis. Basically, gyanis are, they are, um, they they like to think. Um, they basically think of Krishna. I mean, they like to think, right? And sometimes the intention is to merge to the impersonal Brahma, which is the effulgence of Krishna. But then even the jnanis who are merging into impersonal Brahma, the effulgence, um, there is no activity there. So a soul or jiva likes to be happy, and something which is void, there is no happiness there. There is no distress either. There is no happiness. There is no activity there. So that jiva might come back to the material world. But if the jiva is engaged in devotional service, in bhakti, and bhakti is the basis, um, in our parampara, then there is an object. An object is Krishna himself. Towards Krishna, we do our bhakti. And doing that bhakti, that devotional service, when the mind is completely absorbed in Krishna consciousness, that's a liberated stage. And in that stage, a jiva can attain Krishna and Krishna lok. And when jiva goes to Krishna lok, then jiva can perpetually do the service of Krishna. Krishna is spiritual. Krishna is spiritual body. Krishna is supreme personality of God. There are innumerable spiritual world. It is said that the material world is 1/4 of the creation. The 3/4 are spiritual world. There, there are there are lots of Vaikuntha planets. There is Golok Vrindavan. There is Ayodhya in spiritual world. Um, There is Dwarka in spiritual world, where Krishna's various forms, and we'll come to that part later on in this discussion. Krishna's various forms are there, and if Jiva is attached to Krishna's a particular form, say for example, Jiva is highly absorbed in thinking of Lord Ramchandra, then that Jiva can attain Ayodhya, that's in Vaikuntha planet. If Jiva is um, engaged in in thinking of Nrsimhadev, then the Jiva can attain the planet where Lord Nrsimhadev is the main deity, um, or where Lord Nrsimhadev resides. So that's Krishna's beauty. Krishna has created so many spiritual world and spiritual planets, where know Jiva can find that their deities. Krishna has various forms. We know there are lots of incarnations of Krishna. Um, and then the topmost globe Vrindavan, where Krishna uh, resides with his Sham Sundar form, with Srimati Radharani. So, but to achieve, and that's the crux of this purport, that to achieve that consciousness, it needs constant thinking of Krishna. It needs to be devoid of uh, material activities that may take time, and that's okay. Just continue in devotional service. Now, I've been mentioning the 9 pros of devotional service in the past. Just focus in 1, 2, 3, 4, devotional service. Smaranam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. There is one more thing that Srila Prabhupada advised in this purport. This material world is Dvaita, the world of duality. Why duality? Because there is happiness and distress. There is life and death. There are miseries and there are opulences. But in spiritual world, if a jiva happens to go back to spiritual world by the mercy of uh, Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, then in spiritual world there is no misery, there is no death, because Krishna is the spiritual world. Krishna is the master of spiritual world. And when Jiva goes back and engaged in Krishna's devotional service, until that Jiva desires to Lord again as Krishna, then Jiva can stay in the spiritual world. But Jiva or a soul has, you can say, very minor independence, where sometimes Jiva thinks, oh, why can't I Lord? And again, the journey starts. Krishna says, okay, you want to Lord, you want to rule, fine. I'll give you something to rule. And Jiva comes back. So that attachment towards Krishna is very important. Krishna is very kind. We will see lots of examples of Krishna's kindness and mercy in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Krishna is very kind. Bali Maharaj, and I'm reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Canto 8. Bali Maharaj and Lord Vamandev. Very interesting, very beautiful. Um, Bali Maharaj, he defeated Indra, and he was a ruler of the three worlds. So Mother Aditi, who's the mother of demigods, she prayed, and Lord Vamandev appeared as the son of Mother Aditi and Sage Kashyap. And then Vamandev, he's like a dwarf Brahman, and in that incarnation, um, in that um, in that how do- uh, in that way, basically he approached Bali Maharaj. What's the right word here? No, he is Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? But he basically appeared as 12-year-old little Brahmin boy, and he went to Bali Maharaj assembly. Well, Bali Maharaj was doing a big sacrifice, fire sacrifice, and basically, Bali Maharaj couldn't recognize that he is a Supreme Personality of Godhead in the beginning. And basically, Bali Maharaj, basically, Lord Vamandev asked for 3 pieces of land. And Bali Maharaj said, okay, no, he's a little 12-year-old Brahmin boy. That's okay, 3 pieces of land. And he agreed to give him 3 pieces of land. Um, um, and then Lord Vamandev expanded himself, and basically, he covered all the 3 worlds. And then, he asked Bali Maharaj, where should I put my uh, my feet for the last one? And Bali Maharaj lost everything by the time. So he said, okay, you can put your lotus feet on my head. And by the time Bali Maharaj understood that, Lord Vamandev is he is a supreme personality of Godhead, who came to test him. Bali Maharaj, no, like, he agreed. Basically, he offered his head um, as a resting place um, for the last one. Uh, and then, Lord Vamandev was so happy with Bali Maharaj that, he made him the basically the ruler of Sutal planet, which is like more opulent than Svargalok or the heaven. And Bali Maharaj personally, accepted uh, the duty of like a doorkeeper. So that's Krishna's mercy. No, Krishna is very kind. So again, back to the original topic, Jiva goes back to spiritual world and engages in devotional service. Um, Krishna is happy. Krishna gives various services to that Jiva. But when Jiva desires that, okay, I want to Lord like Krishna. Krishna says, okay, I'm happy. If you want to Lord like me, then go back to material world. So, but again, then the Jiva cycle starts. And again, by the mercy of Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, if Jiva goes back to spiritual world and again engages in devotional service and keeps engaged in devotional service, then that would help Jiva focus on Krishna's service. And then that allows Jiva to stay perpetually in spiritual world. So that that mindset is very important of continuous thinking of Krishna. And that's where that 9 process of devotional service is very handy. Comes into picture where a person following that 9 process of devotional service can uplift the consciousness, and in that consciousness, when Jiva leaves material world, then Jiva can attain Krishna Lok, spiritual world perpetually. Um, there is one more thing that Srila Prabhupada mentioned in the purport, the Lord's forms. You know, in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 11, verse 19, uh, Srila Prabhupada advised, um, there are expansions and incarnations. You know, expansion is a form of the Lord residing in the spiritual world, whereas incarnation or avatar is a form of Lord who comes to material world. But even if Lord Krishna comes to material world, Krishna is transcendental. Krishna is not attached to the three modes of material nature. We know that there is a mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. Um, and Jiva, if Jiva doesn't have devotional service, if Jiva hasn't developed that Krishna consciousness, then Jiva is basically oscillating between mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. If Jiva stays continuously in mode of passion, sorry, mode of ignorance, then maybe that can open the door for Jiva to go to higher planetary system, like Svargaloka. No, Jiva can attain Indra, the post of Indra. You know, Indra is a post um, where, you know, it is said in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam that if a Jiva is successful in doing 100 horse sacrifice, Ashwamedh Yagya, then a Jiva can become Indra in the next life. I mean, it doesn't happen, and then Indra comes back and try to steal the horse and everything. That's a different story altogether. But the point is that there is a way to achieve that. Um, so um, if Jiva is oscillating between different modes of material nature, then Jiva can't transcend. Jiva is basically trapped in material world. Jiva can go to higher planetary system, come back to the middle layer, Earth planets, go to lower planetary systems like Patal Loka. Um, so that's there. Um, but Jiva has to transcend from the three modes of material nature, right? Um, and that's where the devotional service, the mercy of Guru, the mercy of, you know, sadhu, or senior devotees, and shastras come into picture. Again, back to the Lord's form. Um, you know, Lord Krishna manifests himself as Balram. From Balram comes Vasudev, Sankarshan, Aniruddha. Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. And from Sankarshan comes the Karunadaksai Vishnu. Um, from Pradyumna comes the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So Karunadaksaya Vishnu is the Mahavishnu form, that creates innumerable universes. And Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is the one who goes into each universe and lies on the causal ocean in the Vishnu form. And then from Aniruddha comes Aksharodakshaya Vishnu, the Paramatma feature, which is in the heart of every living entity. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, it is said that, there is a living entity, a jiva, or soul, and there is Paramatma, a super soul. Both of them are living um, in the core of the heart. It is said that, or it, it is said in the Bhagavad Gita that it's like two birds. One bird, which is the jiva or the soul, basically eats the fruit of material tree, or basically the material world, and the Paramatma is watching. Paramatma is guiding, and then it's up to that the other bird, the jiva or the soul, to accept or ignore the advice of Paramatma. If jiva agrees to the advice of Paramatma and chooses the path of devotional service, that opens the door to go back to the spiritual world. If Jiva ignores and keeps plucking the fruits of material tree, then Jiva is entrapped in material world. Um, no, again, no, as Srila Prabhupada advised in the purport, that when Lord comes to material world, Lord is not affected by the modes of material nature. He is Krishna. Is in different incarnation. He came. No, there is a famous verse in Śrīmad-Bhāgavad-Gita. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So that says Krishna appears in different forms to kill miscreants, to establish religion, and that cycle continues. No, we know there are 4 yugas: Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. And Krishna comes in each yuga. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in Kali Yuga, and he gave um, this Mahamantra of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So in Kali Yuga, this is the best way to this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This Sankirtan Yagya is the best Yagya to engage in devotional service, and that way go back to spiritual world. It's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. Um, I've been telling that Jiva cycles and everything. So when Jiva comes first in material world, Jiva becomes Brahma, and then gradually, depending on Jiva's performance and desires, Jiva takes another. There are 8.4 species, 8.4 billion species of life, and Jiva takes birth in one of them. So that continues up until Jiva or a soul meets a pious soul like a spiritual master or a sadhu, and then that dormant um, uh, desire to um, worship Krishna, to think of Krishna, to to be engaged in devotional service of Krishna, that desire awakens. When that awakens, keep nurturing it through devotional service. Keep nurturing by reading Shastras, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Śrīmad-Bhāgavad-Gita. Doing chanting. As Srila Prabhupada said, minimum 16 rounds in a day. Keep chanting. And then engage in devotional service. And that starts, or that paves the path for a journey to go back to spiritual world. It's a journey that Jiva desired to come back from spiritual world to material world. Again, it's a journey for a Jiva to go back to spiritual world. And that's where the Guru, Sadhu, Shastra is very important. So with that, I'll stop here. Any questions, comments, suggestions are most welcome.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. Thank you very much
Thank you,
for your
Prabhu.
class, Prabhu. You made a very important point that unless we cultivate this desire to have a connection with Krishna, that we cannot. And that is our biggest problem, because the soul has got that only ability to desire. The soul has got no other ability. And therefore, when that desire is placed in Krishna, it becomes complete. But our unfortunate problem is we place it in everything else besides Krishna. And that is the biggest issue that we have. And as you rightly said, devotional service is the only way that we can do.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Nice class. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Kadamani Radha here.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you
Mataji.
very,
Don't
thank you
pranam,
very
Mataji.
much for very nice class.
Krishna's
And,
mercy, Mataji. Thank you.
Yeah, what lesson we learn from the verse from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Yeah, Anasakya Savisyan Yatarham Upjunjite. So the thing is that we have to not attach to the sense objects which are always attracting us, but we can use that only up to that which is needed to keep our soul and body together. And that's what the thing is, that there are things which we need to use, but only up to that level where it's necessary. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so
Wonderful
much.
class.
Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Okay, if no further comments, then let's stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Okay.
His grace, Ranchor.